Kirov reporting.
Hello comrades. It's been almost 7 months and it's finally happened. We finally got something new in PoE 1. Usually events are quite boring, but this one, it would be a crime if we missed something like this. Because in this event, we got 19 new, completely reworked Ascendancies. So basically, the whole balance is going to be completely different, but since it's an event, it's only for a month. Hopefully GGG will change their mind, because we definitely need more time. Also, we have even more changes in this event, and it's huge. Instead of the Atlas tree, we now have idols, and the potential juice with this stuff looks way too good. So, yes, this event is going to be a completely broken builds fiesta. Spellslinger Ascendancy? Vol skill class? Fishing rod is actually useful? Yes, anything can happen. And of course, wild speaker, but we're gonna talk about it later. It's kind of sad that GGG put so much effort into such a small event, but it is what it is. At least we might be able to play it again in the future. And, before we start, what about other broken Ascendancies? Herald looks awesome. We need this in a core game somehow, because Herald builds are dead in 2025. Aristocrat triple attribute stacking looks amazing. And of course, Surfcaster, probably the most interesting class in this event. Self-chill is back. We can't wait to try out all the new builds. 1 month is not enough. But GGG is about to make a new big PoE 2 patch, so we'll see. And now, let's get to the point of the video. So, yes, GGG has made a Flicker Strike Ascendancy, Wild Speaker, and it's just what we need. Also, we have another option, Oro's Sacrifice Ascendancy, but it's nothing compared to free level 30 aspect of the cat, along with +1 Frenzy, and Power Charge, with Feral's versus Sustain affix. The dream come true, we can actually start flickering during the campaign. No more clunky starters, like Terminus Est, or Oro's Sacrifice. But, there's a catch, we can't use less duration support, and swift affliction support, so we may have to craft aspect of the cat in the future, for better frenzy charge sustain. But that's nothing, as we don't have to use Ferals for anyway, which, as you may know, reduced our frenzy charge sustain. And yes, replica Ferals for is better for the late game, but since we can't use normal Slayer, this item is not that great. So instead of Feral's Fur, we can use anything we want, for example, Bronze Live, which got a huge buff, because they changes the way the damage scale works in 3.25. Or, we can use double influence body armor, for example. GGG finally fixed biggest flicker strike problem, at least for a month. But, what about the rest of the Ascendancies? A 100% suppress looks way too overpower, especially with Acrobatics Keystone. Free Tailwind is good, and Headhunter effect looks disgusting. And also, it's not going to be another boring flicker strike, all thanks to Scourge of the Wilds. At first glance, it looks like a Summoner's Ascendancy, but look closer, it actually gives us 1.5% increased damage per 5 Dexterity. So yeah, it's going to be a Dexterity stacking build. So, our combo will look like this. 2 to 4 cold damage per 10 Dexterity on a Shaper, or Hunter Sword. Fractal Thoughts. Garukan's Flight. And of course, even more damage with Scourge of the Wilds. Huge combo, but be careful, we will be crafting a lot in this build, not just Exalt spams like in PoE 2. And, other Ascendancies is kinda useless for us. Also, we can still use the original Forbidden Flash and Flame, so we can potentially get a nasty combo. So, what about leveling? As we said before, our plan is to start flickering as soon as possible, potentially, after the second lab. Other than that, this build is going to be pretty normal in terms of the tree. As usual, we're going to rush into the precise technique, for an extra 40% more damage. And, we just need increased damage, life, penetrate, attack speed, and, pretty early frenzy charges. No more clunky start with Oro's Sacrifice, or Terminus Test. And here's the leveling tree. Also, what is the best leveling skill before we finish second lab? There is a lot of options, Molten Strike, Smite, and our favorite, Frost Blades. So yes, it's supposed to be a small event, with just casual economy reset. But instead, GGG cooked up something much bigger than we expected. Actually feels bigger than some leagues. So, It's gonna be huge. And of course, if you like this video, leave a like, or comment, or both. See ya in a legacy of Phrecia, comrades.
Ready, comrade.